It was a shame for China that on this day, Beijing's pollution was quite so bad. It's the day the so-called Bird's Nest Olympic Stadium was opened for the first time to the international media. At a cost of over $500 million, it's China's stunning symbol of how far the country has developed in the past 30 years. It says we are no longer an economically backward communist state. This is the new China, a China to be proud of. Over 300,000 Beijingers put up their hands to volunteer for the Games and put out the message.
To the rest of the world, I want to say, come here in Beijing and you will see our enthusiasm and our friendliness, and to see how the China today is developing.
Welcome to Beijing, and you will see the best Olympic Games in the history.
But there's another China that the government security forces and their Olympic organisers would prefer to keep hidden. When China bid for the Olympics, they promised the International Olympic Committee that winning the Games would promote human rights in China. But human rights activists tell a different story.
I shouted and struggled, but they forced me into the car and put a sack on my head.
70 years ago, our human rights at that time very, very poor, but nobody criticized that. Right now we're going better. A lot of criticize. I couldn't understand why.
Tonight on Four Corners, we travel to China to uncover what's happening on the ground from those with the courage to tell us. They know the risk they're taking, speaking with foreign journalists. They or their families have been kidnapped, beaten, banned, jailed and put under house arrest for doing no more than speaking up about human rights or defending those who have. And they know full well that in this Olympic year, China is prepared to crush voices of dissent. It's the morning of the 3rd of April 2008, outside Beijing's #1 Intermediate People's Court. The international media and foreign diplomats, including diplomats from Australia, are waiting. They will try but fail to get inside the court, where today the judge will announce the verdict on China's highest profile human rights activist, 34-year-old Hu Jia. Hu Jia has been charged with incitement to subvert state power. The prosecution brief is made up of articles Hu Jia posted on overseas websites and interviews with foreign journalists. Hu Jia's lawyer, Li Fangping, argues that Hu Jia said and wrote nothing subversive, and that China's constitution states its citizens have the right to freedom of expression. But Li Fangping knows the chances are that his client will be jailed. Has anyone ever won a case by saying that's just freedom of expression, that's not subverting state power?
我们没有听到任何一起就是因为指控煽动颠覆国家政权被无罪释放的。